My FOA is on language and race. It's about how the rules work for using the N-word. One of the first points in this article shows that African Americans regularly call each other the N-word. So this is not entirely true. They don't do it all the time. So they usually confine these. Define the N-word in like the locker room, they say. That basically means that they keep it secret. They don't really say the N-word in public because it's not necessary. It's just rude and it's just bad in many ways. And the only time they would regularly call each other the N-word would be like a situation where they're like at a party or maybe going out to get something to drink or at a restaurant, just basically having a fun time, and that would be the best time to use it. Many African Americans nowadays, when they say the N-word, they potentially forget where it originated from. Where it originated from was like back in like the 1700s, where there was like slaves and all that. Like, that's basically where it started off from, and it developed over time. And it's gotten popular nowadays. When they're saying the N-word towards their peers and people that they know personally, they think that it means like brother, friend, or their pal. That's just their own definition by it. And, for Americans or any other race, except for black people, if there was like any other race saying the N-word, it would just be a double standard. Meaning that it's just using the language in a different, not language, but using the word in a different way. And it's just uncomfortable, it's not right, it's just racist, it's just not right, basically. And it would just cause a lot of controversy and a lot of problems if many other people start using the N-word and using it on a regular basis. An example would be like Chris Rock, an actor, movie actor. He's allowed to use like black people jokes. If there was like religion, Jewish people, they can make Jewish jokes, etc. Yeah, basically that's the concept. The N-word has been frequently used so much in the past when black slaves existed. White people back then labeled them with the N-word as if they were one of their pets. Black people said the same word back then. The white owners would be very upset and they would possibly punish them for saying the word. And so, yeah, are they taking the survey? Okay. So I have a survey for all of you. There's 3 questions on it. If you would please go on your laptops. It's an update on school.
Why don't you finish it just for your laptop's closed so you can start.
video to show you, based off the rule that was told you. It's an example of Charles Barkley. He's an NBA player, or a retired NBA player. He just speaks his opinion about the N-word and how it works. And the video is about 5 minutes long, so.
You're going to need that other black cord on the desk. Because it'll help you.
After he got kicked out of the game, I love my teammates like family, but I'm done standing up for the all this is called.
Let us say that.
I see how I went right past that, and that's Matt Barnes' tweet. Okay, and then overnight he thought about it, and he unleashed
Too late now.
like a string.
I remember said, don't push Sam.
Yeah, like six tweets. And when he was saying, "I'm sorry," I'd like to take a second to apologize to, as you see him there, for my actions. And then another one, just representative of what he was saying, not only on the court but off. I was completely wrong for pushing it back, and then for what I tweeted following the altercation. Okay, so now you got the floor, Chester. What you want to get off your chest?
Matt Barnes, there's no apology needed. I'm a black man. I use the N-word. I'm going to continue to use the N-word with my black friends, with my white friends. They are my friends. This debate that's going on with the Miami Dolphin thing about bullying and racial slurs. Hey, Ernie, in a locker room, and when I'm with my friends, we use racial slurs.
So this was appropriate to tweet this out?
No.
Okay, that's why.
No.
I'm 25 grand.
I know. I understand. He should not have made it public. But this debate, it goes back to the Paul Dean thing, where black people use it among themselves. It's in rap records. Listen, what I do with my black friends is not up to white America to dictate to me what's appropriate and inappropriate. Matt Barnes should not have said that publicly. You are 100% correct. But
I don't think anybody right now is telling you, Charles.
No. I know, Learning. I've been watching TV for the last few months, going back to Paula Dean, going to the incognito Martin thing. White people, white reporters, number one, first of all, they don't have the courage to go in the locker room. That's why they're reporters. What we say in the locker room, and it should always stay in the locker room, I might add that also. But the language we use, sometimes it's homophobic, sometimes it's sexist, and a lot of times it's racist. We do that when we're joking with our teammates, and it's nothing personal.
Understood.
But this national debate that's going on right now makes me uncomfortable that regular people try to act like they have the courage of to play pro sports. They don't have that. And Mike Wilbon did a great job on television today. I love his show, him and Tony Kornheiser.
I saw it too.
White America don't get to dictate how me and Shaq talk to each other. And they have been trying to infiltrate themselves saying, well, you guys use it. It's in rap music. No. That's not the same. As I tell my white friends, who I love like brothers, whether it's Joe Klein, Mike Jaminski, Dan Marley, they've asked me, well, when is it appropriate? I said, well, if you use it around the wrong brother, the next thing you're going to hear is the clock side your damn head. That's when it's inappropriate, Ernie.
You know what? And it was inappropriate. In this
When
sentence,
he took it publicly. Exactly. See, that's the thing. That ain't what Matt Barnes was trying to say.
Exactly.
Matt Barnes was trying to say, Blake Griffin, stop, Ernie. And we had this same conversation on this show the last couple of years. Blake Griffin, I like you. You seem like a nice kid. I never even met you. You're a very good player. But people are starting to talk, and you know the people. Other guys are just starting to knock the hell out of you all the time. You ain't got to hurt anybody. People who fight all the time, they're punks. They're punks. But you've got to sort of draw a line in the sand and say, and I joke about it. I said, the toughest guy on your team can't be 5'3". That'd be Chris Paul. The toughest guy on your team can't be 5'3". But Blake Griffin, I like you a lot. You seem like I said, like a nice kid. You got to stop these guys from hitting on you, man. They can't have, like Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal's a perfect example. He started knocking the hell out of people because we had this rule, like, you got to hit him, you got to hit him hard. At some point, Shaq drew a line in the sense that, hey, y'all can't just keep beating on me because I'm a big, strong guy. And Blake Griffin, I'm telling you right now, you got to draw a line in the sand, man, and say, hey, listen, I'm going to start hitting y'all back.
Let's get Shaq in on this before we run out of time. And this,
So yeah. This is an example of how the Rivers, like Charles Barkley said, he combines the N-word in the locker room. They don't say it out publicly. They'd rather say it when they're like just hanging out or when they're like both just like in a secret place where no one can hear like reporters. And yeah, they just do it in places where no one can hear it. They don't do it in places where it's like proper, like if you were like at a family reunion or like a work meeting or something like that, anything that's proper, it's not allowed. So they only do it in like secret places. And yeah, there were some things he said about how they dictate how black people speak. They can speak however they want. Well, not really, but they're allowed to say the N-word. So now, I have another article from high school students, and they have opinions about what they think of the N-word and how they used it. So one of them is Jeter Robinson, and he used the N-word as a habit. It was never okay for white people to use it because of the negative history behind it. It was very hurtful, and it shows lack of appreciation of the people and culture, even for like his family. I just think, and whenever he says the N-word means like ignorance, that's his definition of when he says it. And yeah, there's a lot of history behind this word, and that's why it's so significant. The second high school student is Jake Bergman, and he said it once and he got jumped, and he figured out that was a word with 10 rules, and one person can say it, but not the other person can say it. Basically, a black person is allowed to say it, and not a white person or any other race. And it's a word still used without fear. Students use much more. They use worse language. What are you talking about here? They use like the F-bomb and other types of curse words. Other curse words are common used nowadays. And basically what he's saying here is that the word should not be supported, and just say it's unnecessary, and it's just bad. And the rest of the article is just mostly based on opinions from many other people. There's one here that did a Q&A. And here's a little comic strip or whatever it's called, showing a white person trying to fit in. He says he wants to do the N-word. He wants to say the N-word whenever he wants to. So he dresses up as like a gangster. It doesn't work out for him. Gets punched in the face. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the rest of the article. Now what I want you guys to do is, we're going to be having a discussion or a debate over some questions. So 3 of the questions will be a survey, and 2 other questions I just made up for you. So there will be like a yes or no side. The side can be a yes, the side can be a no, or you can be in the middle and be indecisive and try to figure out on your own. So the first question is, does it matter if the N-word should be said with an ending with an or an a? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the side's yes, the side's no. You can create like a shape if you want, so that you can get the discussion going.
Can we just move our bodies rather than our desks?
That's fine, I guess.
Faster.
So which side is this?
Besides yes, besides
Yeah.
yes.
Wait, what is yes like?
Like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which one you use.
I'm very surprised.
Just
follow the
You are racist.
You've got all the people from the one.
No, just the one. Like,
No,
no, you can just the word is in your brain. But there's a big difference. Like, there's a big difference.
Now, what's your opinion on the yes side?
Makes a difference if you sit the hard R.
Oh yeah, it makes a huge difference. Does anybody else have a reason for why yes?
I mean, historically, when it was used by white slave owners, by like white slave owners with the negative context, it was used with an ER. I'm assuming, I don't know. But now, in like in African American culture, most of the stereotypes with that.
Oh yeah. What about the no side?
Yeah, I mean, I know that, like you said, that it definitely matters with the ending. It's ER used by slave owners usually, but I feel like a relaxed slave owner would still use the A, I think. Maybe, but I know that nowadays A is used to be more playful, but I honestly have no idea.
I think it's the same word. It doesn't matter what ending you use. I'd actually go as far as to say it's the same as saying the phrase the N-word. You know, because like all you're doing is making me think it. You know, it's like, we know what you mean.
Okay. So, second question: do you think it's fair that black people are only allowed to say the N-word and not any other race or ethnicity? Do you think it's fair that black people say it, but not any other race?
I'm getting
Yes,
this.
Let's say you move it.
Just gonna stay where you are. That's yes, right? Yes.
Are you moving? Everybody? Are you moving, Reem? More coffee?
Oh,
Okay, so you think it's fair? What's your opinion?
Elliot, speak up.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think that it was used so poorly, and when it was used as a slave derogatory term, that if African Americans want to use the word, they have the right to, rather than any other ethnicity which didn't have to deal with the term being used at them as a bad word towards them or like looking down at them. So I think they've earned the right to say it rather than anyone else.
Oh yeah, definitely. Does anybody else have a different opinion, or is it just the same?
I mean, Elliot was like he said something about being a right. Well, technically, we don't have the right to say it either. Like now today, because we weren't in slavery, but we still use it. So I mean, I don't really think that not necessarily the right, but is it fair? I mean, if you think about it today, none of us were in slavery. None of you guys were in slavery. You guys didn't do it. So I mean, you guys use it. Everyone uses it to be playful. I mean, if you can't say you never said a racist joke in your life, then you're alive. So,
So your point, Demonte, is that the connotations from slavery are gone because
well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's gone, but it's like very rare that you'll actually find someone that's trying to be racist on purpose.
The intent
Yeah.
of using the word.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's a good point.
Anybody else? Is that it? Moving on.
David, time-wise, you can probably do one more question.
So the third question: can white people say the N-word even if it's to friends or anybody anybody first. Yes or no?
No.
This is the yes sound. Or the no sound?
This is the yes side.
This is the no side.
It's like the playground.
Yeah, no, me too.
You guys are all racist. What is the yes side?
This is so different.
Are you in the middle? Yeah. So I would say like, yes, we can say it, but we'll sound really stupid doing it. Like if I was like, Devontae came up and was like, "Yo, what up, my neighbor?" I would be really like it wouldn't really fit, but it's not. So I think that's more of the like why we shouldn't. Like it just doesn't sound right.
I mean, I agree. And like keyword is say it to friends. Because you wouldn't introduce yourself to a new person saying, "Yo, what's up?" and say, "I work." You know what I mean? That means you have like lack of education and your parents like raised you. So,
See, I don't find any word offensive, like itself. No. I think the way you use a word is how it's offensive. If some black guy comes to another black guy and he says like, "Hey, what's up, my neighbor?" or whatever, like I don't think that's offensive, you know, because they're brothers. It's all good. But if someone used it in an actual racist way, and you can tell, you know, I think it's all about the connotation, like, or the context of it.
Anybody else? Nothing else? What about the no side?
I think I confused not being able to say it with reality, just not saying it because it's uncomfortable. I guess that kind of goes with the yes side of that. We can say it, but I think reality, I don't think anyone quite really ever does. It feels unrelated.
So do you think it's right that we say the N word even just to friends? Like it doesn't matter about race.
White people are.
Yeah, like we're allowed to say it on a regular basis, like black people should.
Yeah, I think it's friendly. I think it's just all about how you say things, mostly how you say the word. Not.
What about the ending? Does that matter?
I think that was the last question.
Her and the
Yes, but I think the question is, does that if you change the pronunciation?
would that
I
make
guess
a difference?
sort of. It's more playful using that. And plus, it flows better in a sentence.
I think it's like dependent on who the friends are and if they're comfortable with it. So it's like a case by case thing for me.
If I get offended, it's at what the person means by what they're saying, you know, not like the specific words they use.
Taking criticism and going with it, and I'll get
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.